Hello everyone, today I'll show you the story of a robot that has human organs and finally finds true love. The story takes place in a foreign country. Due to the popularity of robots, all families will buy a robot to do housework at home. Richard buys a housekeeper robot to surprise his family. But his wife and the two children are still afraid of robots. After starting the program, he names it Andrew. At first, the elder daughter doesn't like Andrew very much and likes to tease him on purpose. The second daughter is very kind. She shares her favorite pony statue with Andrew. Who knows Andrew doesn't hold the pony tight, accidentally broke it, makes her sad. In order to comfort her, Andrew reads carved books and then learns to carve a pony for her. The girl is very happy and begins to treat Andrew as her friend. Richard soon finds out that Andrew not only has extraordinary creativity, but also can enjoy music and express emotions. So he takes it to the company to ask about the situation and finds that it is unique. Richard rejects the company's request for Andrew to be improved or recycled at a high price. He decides to keep Andrew and cultivate him to learn from human beings. After a long time together, Andrew has become a member of the family. He not only learns more and more knowledge, but also establishes deep feelings with his second daughter. Time passes by, the second daughter also slowly grows up. Andrew has made many excellent clocks and watches by his carving skills, which is almost impossible to put all at home. They sell his clocks for a lot of money. They think it was Andrew's product, so even helped it open a private account in the bank, as it learns more and more about human beings. It begins to want freedom, and after much thought, it tells Richard about it. Richard says yes in frustration. Although it is no longer ordered, it still regarded Richard as his family, and builds a small wooden house nearby. Andrew, who regains the freedom, begins to live alone, and often contacts them. On Richard's deathbed, his second daughter calls Andrew, and they resolve their years of estrangement. Andrew tries to figure out who it was. It travels all over the world looking for robots of its own type. Finally, it meets a female robot with the same personality in New York. Andrew thinks it had found a companion, but it is only installed by an engineer with a personality chip, not for thinking ability. It feels disappointed and finds itself alone. After seeing the engineer's invention of human organ simulation, Andrew decided to give his own money to reform himself. With the help of engineers, it begins to have human skin and organs, and seems to become a real person. When he returns to Richard's house, the second daughter was old, and her granddaughter Portia has grown up. It witnessed the people around one by one leave themselves. The heart is very sad, but cannot cry. He wants to have more human feelings. Then the engineer helps him completely replace the organ parts in his body, and also obtains the feeling and digestive system. Apart from immortality and infertility, it is no different from human beings. In dealing with Portia, Andrew also has different feelings for her. Seeing that Portia is going to marry someone, it feels very jealous, so she boldly confesses to Portia. Portia also falls in love with the robot that often amuses her. They are very happy together. But because it's a robot, Portia can't really marry it. Their union will not be accepted by the world. So Andrew applies to the federal court in the hope that the law would recognize him as a human being. But in the end, the court rejects its application with the view that there are no immortal human beings in the world. After many years, the two have been accompanying and growing old. But Portia is 75 years old, life is limited, she will die sooner or later. At this time, she is a little shaken. In order to be with her all the time, Andrew remolds his body again. It allows engineers to inject a lot of blood into its own body, let the blood corrode its body, and set the limit of its life. At the end of the story, the aging robot Andrew goes to federal court. After hearing his appeal, the judges decide to consider it for a few days. Two white-haired old people, when they are about to die, are finally recognized by everyone and fulfilled their lifelong wish. The court recognizes him as the oldest human being to live 200 years and allows it to marry a human being. Seeing Andrew leaves, Portia unplugs and follows him. That's the end of the story. Like, share and follow my page.